Okay, it is beginning to feel a lot like fall. All right, so here we are. It is early in the morning. The full moon. Let's even get a shot of that. Oh, there we go. I think that actually might be more exciting than the sunrise. So I got sunrise behind me. Sun's not quite up yet. So Lori and I have a cool project today. We are going to be getting the bird protection installed on all the garden beds back here, which we definitely need because we have some greens in there. But before we get to that, we have some watering to do. One of the things that is real apparent this time of year is that everything needs to be planted and it needs a whole lot of water. So we're gonna go ahead and get the pasture going as far as water. I also need to water the garden beds. So we're gonna knock that out here real quick. So we're getting these beds watered because we'll be working on them here this morning and getting these actually covered. We had some bird netting we put down, I think last week's vlog we showed you that, just temporarily here until we could get this project done. We're waiting on some parts to come in from Lowe's. It's the reason why I was off yesterday with my shenanigans without Lori. But she's back, so we get to do the bigger project. Got it all delivered yesterday, which was good. But I think we're just about done with watering, huh? Yesterday we got this Nagami kumquat right here. It's got just some beautiful new growth. I don't know if I'll be able to pick it up on camera or not, but beautiful and green. Get that goji out of the way. One of the things that I know when I'm picking out trees that I really look for is I look for trees that have a nice, strong, thick trunk. I prefer them to be more squat, not tall, and more bushy. And then to see new growth on them. I don't care about fruit. In fact, I don't want fruit anyway. I'm gonna pull it all off for that first year. But I'm looking for that just brand new flush of growth, which I was seeing on this one. And just really strong, bushy looking tree. The fig tree, same thing, more stout and low to the ground is kind of what I was looking for. Both of those look really good, so I'm grateful to Richard's Garden Center for that. And then one more quick update while we're here. The sweet potato is just, it's amazing. We planted this thing in August, so the hottest month on record, completely dry. It has just taken over this bed. Look at it, just beautiful. And then we do have the acorn squash. You can see I'm gonna definitely have to thin out one or two of those, which I hate doing, man, that's hard to do. Okay, so we have this project. We don't know how long it's gonna take. That's kind of how projects go for us. But I'm taking the outbuilding with us. Oh, one thing, I actually have already been on the tractor this morning. We got a Woodchip Delivery, and we have a company, and actually Evan, I know you're out there, you watch from time to time. Don't know if you're gonna watch this one or not, but he texted me last night, said he had a Woodchip Delivery for us. Okay. Oh. There we go. Said he had a Woodchip Delivery for us, and texted me this morning and says, yeah, rumor has it there is a trash can somewhere in the wood chip pile. So he gets here at 5 a.m., still dark outside. I said, okay, I've got a light on the tractor. Long story short, I went out there with him. We were digging through all the wood chips and never could find that trash can. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we need to get some supplies out of here. You'll see Lori working there. You'll see all the EMT pipe there, so that'll give you an idea of what this is gonna look like. And then we have supplies we need to grab. We've got some straw that we picked up in the truck. It's always good to have straw around. We use that as mulch. We use it all over the place. So we got that there too. So Laura and I are gonna go ahead and get all of our tools together for today's project. We wanted to let this kind of cool down a little bit because we may have to do some stuff in here later today. But I need to hop on this tractor, bring some tools over, grab some ABC, and then get started on this project this morning. Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, I think you're gonna make me pee my pants.
I know. This is great. Don't worry, I got the shovel.
I thought of that and I was like, wait, should I just get a hammer this time? I didn't know it'll be fun if I get this.
So this is how we do separation of duties. Lori takes all the heavy stuff and I take all the lighter tools. This is working out pretty good for me this morning. Okay, here, I need to get a shot.
I gotta go pee now.
Oh, she has to pee.
Laughing out.
So we're happy because it's nice and cool this morning.
Yeah.
We're not dying.
It is.
You go potty. I'll go get some ABC. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is good that the day is starting out this way. Have the ABC, I think we have all of our tools. So Lori and I are gonna go ahead and get to work on our project for today. We are at breakfast time, break time. See if I can give you guys a sneak peek back there. All right, that's about it. Actually, it's not too exciting, but it's coming together really well. It's taken us a little bit longer than we thought to get this protection in, but Lori and I are having breakfast. There's Lori. And you guys wanna guess who made breakfast this morning? Yeah, it was Lori again. So we're gonna have some breakfast. It is sausage, hominy, and eggs. Now we need to get out here and get back to work. And we've got probably 15 to 20 of these vultures out here. I'm gonna see if I can get a shot of them for you guys. That is really something. I don't know. It's just really cool to see them. Lori and I are getting used to having them here, so we make sure they have water. They come back to that water throughout the day. So, you know, like anything else out here, really dry. They need to have something to drink. So, it's still just beautiful right now. We're gonna try to get some more of this project done, and then we'll see what the rest of the day has in store. We got one bed done, but we got it all on video, so you guys will be able to check that out. Get an idea of what we're doing to keep birds and stuff out of our beds. There's Lori. She gets to drive the tractor right now. I'd say I'm jealous, but maybe I am. Okay, so what we're gonna do is it's real warm. I think we're gonna be right at about 100 degrees or so. You know, it's not as oppressive as it usually is, but it's still pretty bad. So we're gonna go ahead and retreat back into the outbuilding where it's a little nicer, and get some EMT cut down, that kind of thing, so we can continue working on this project here probably tomorrow and in during the week. So Lori and I are gonna keep working inside the shade. We got everything kind of set, put away, and ready for, I guess, a lot of work this week after work. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and water. So this is the pasture. So now, right now we're establishing it. It's taking a lot more water than it typically would. So we're watering it 3 times a day just to try to keep it as damp as we can. And we haven't been perfect as far as scheduling on that, but we did see something exciting. We had seen some growth of probably the clover right early in the week. So we planted it out last Saturday, and I would say probably by Tuesday or so we started seeing some of the new leaves on what I'm assuming was clover. And then on Wednesday we hadn't seen any grass, and we're looking up how long perennial grass takes to germinate, and everything said 5 to 10 days depending on weather. And then the next day, day number 5, we actually started seeing some grass. So Lori's turning on the water. I need to hand water some of the end here. But what I want to show you, and hopefully you can get it on camera, is the growth of the pasture. We've already got grass coming in. We have clover, and I'm sure we have some radish coming in as well. And probably some alfalfa, which I haven't grown before. So I'm not sure what that looks like, but it's in here. Hopefully you guys can pick this up. Definitely have some grass coming up. Might be kind of hard to see, but we have some right here. And basically wherever the water is pooling up really well, so it's getting heavy water, that's where we're seeing the grass coming in. But as I look, I'm kind of squatting down and I look across, I can see just this green coming in everywhere, which is fantastic. Really excited about that. It's been really hot. We've been 100 degrees plus or minus every single day. So to see this stuff germinating in that kind of heat is fantastic. So we're gonna go ahead and get the watering going, get everything wet before we come back again tonight. One more thing I wanna look at. Yesterday, when I was doing the vlog, my solo vlog, we had some issues with rabbits chewing on the peach trees, and we did have irrigation last night, so it looks like everything there was fine. And just kind of looking at these trees, at least for now, I'm not seeing anything new that got attacked. So that paint, I'm hopeful that the bunny doesn't think the paint is worth trying to chew through or doesn't know any better, and at least protect that trunk. And then of course, the main reason for that paint is actually sunburn, which now that we actually have a trunk that's visible, I don't want sunburn. So looks like they got some of the small branching on this one right here, if you can see it down at the bottom. I do see some there. And I think I know the culprit, which particular rabbit this is, because it came in last night. We've seen it before. So I may have to sit on the patio with a weapon of some sort because it's not acceptable that this rabbit wants to try to eat the trunks of these trees. And that's probably an uphill battle, so I don't know, we'll see. That's happy hour. I'm not sure I'm gonna be up to it. We'll see how that goes. About wrapped up outside. Need to let that water continue, but wanted to show you guys real quick before we take a break, because we got some filming to do for the other channel, is lunch. So a little different today. What do we have here?
I did, well, wraps. So this one has hummus with lettuce, cucumber, carrots, beets, and sauerkraut. And this one actually has cream cheese with salami and then the same veggies.
We do these veggie wraps and they are very good. Lots of color in them, which we really like for the antioxidants. Okay, so we're gonna grab lunch, shower. Need to do that video for HFL. There's a couple more things I want to make sure I still share with you guys today. Still need to get cleaned up, but I wanted to show you guys a couple things. So we're always trying to test out recipes really on a fermentation kick. So we got these new 1/2 gallon size mason jars, and they actually they're tinted. We got them at Tractor Supply. Not so good when you're trying to film them on camera so you can see what's going on in it, but they do work really well at blocking light. So this one we're testing. I think it's gonna take a couple weeks to finish, see how that turns out. If it turns out good, we'll throw it on the other channel. One more thing, because fermentation's always good. You guys know we like our wine, and down there, that would be the latest wine. That actually is plums from the old property. It is plum, well, obviously plum wine, and that was the Burgundy plums. So the Burgundy plums, not quite as good tasting in my opinion as the Santa Rosa plums, which are amazing. However, they have a nice dark skin, so I think it's gonna really lend well to that wine, making just this beautiful plum wine. At least I'm hoping that it does. Okay, need to get cleaned up. We are gonna be shooting an episode of HFL here this afternoon, so we need to get that done. Still one more thing that I wanna show you guys before we get our evening chores done. We got another video done for the HFL channel, and it was about wine. We're in the middle of a series where we're kind of redoing our series on fig wine, which some of you guys have probably seen here, going into a lot more detail, and also we're gonna go through the entire process on that channel with that. But one thing I wanted to show you down on the ground here, if you guys do follow that channel, we actually did a video where we bottled 70 bottles of wine. You'll see down there on the ground where we've been letting those sit for about a month. So now we have a rack here. You'll see there's not much there. Got some wine down at the bottom. And we also have our primary rack, which we kind of keep as our display rack for when folks come over. So the wine that you see on the ground back there, we let it sit for a month. We just want to make sure that we're not going to have any corks blow off of that before we actually put them into the permanent racks. And then Lori's over here next to our primary rack. So you'll see that right back here. And Lori, you want to kind of tell everybody how, because we don't have our bottles labeled, so how we kind of do this?
Sure. Yeah, we don't have them labeled. We do like a variety per shelf. Some of them have like this. These three are all the same, but I actually label them on the inside of the shelf. And I just put what type of wine it is and then the date of when we bottled it.
All right, so I don't know if I don't think the camera's gonna pick that up. So what was that wine right there that we were just looking at?
So this right here is the cran apple sherry.
Ooh.
And then we bottled it November 2019. And then we've got our apple wine that we also bottled November of 2019. So I'll probably take, since I have 3 rows of the apple wine, I'll take probably these 2 rows out and put them into the rack in the office so that I could do, you know, more of the new varieties out here. So at least I have a row of each one out here.
We're gonna open up one of the bottles of our flame wine because it had re-kickstarted fermentation before we bottled it. We're just gonna make sure that it doesn't come off like champagne does, which is not a good thing, before we get them racked. This one is fine, so we know that we can go ahead and get this stuff kind of rearranged. So Lori and I are gonna kind of get to work. I don't know how I'm gonna film this, but we'll figure it out because we're going from the office and then we're going out here to the kind of bar area. We do actually have more wine that's cooking and more to go. We got that plum wine I think I was showing you earlier, and then if you look down there in our wine closet, we've got 3 more down there. We've got Manuka as a red wine, we have fig wine, and we also have our Thompson wine, and then of course the plum wine that we're doing now. So we got the rest of our 2020 vintages going. You can see here how that looks. So one thing I should probably mention, the reason why we put the labels on the side of the racking as opposed to on each one of those bottles. So we believe in being frugal and not cheap. Now these bottles, we buy them so that they all match. It's kind of a Lori thing. So we do buy them on Amazon. We've got them in our Amazon shop. So, but we don't want to have to do a whole lot of work, and we want to be able to reuse these quite easily. So as we drink them, we keep them clean, wash them out. We also don't need to try to wipe off any labels that would be on there, and we don't need to spend money on those labels. So to make a label for the entire row, a lot less expensive. It looks very clean. The bottles are nice and clean. We can reuse them very easily over and over again. Okay, so have a little bit of time here before we go out and water and do evening chores. I need to get to video editing. I'm out here doing the evening chores, and the things you find around a farm are a little different than when you're in the city. And you know, you don't have gloves on and you just do what you gotta do. So here's one of my little buddies. So yeah, he looks pretty healthy. I'm assuming he's been feeding, there's a better shot. Assuming he's been feeding really, really well on some of our chicken feed. And I'm sure the vultures that come in every night to water would love to have this. Actually, you know what, even better? I think one of our local owls would really enjoy this as a meal. Oh boy, you know you live on a farm when you're holding one of these right next to you when you're trying to do your chicken chores. All right, I gotta get back at it. Actually a pretty good haul. That's what happens when you have pullets though. A lot of these are a little undersized. So, you know, we do sell our eggs, but we don't sell the little baby pullet eggs. Those we have for ourselves. All right, I need to get to watering. Lori's watering the garden beds, but I can't show you that because that's our sneak peek for next week. Need to go put these eggs away and get to watering. sun just went down. You can see it back there. It is gone for the day. So sun up, sun down, and we're still going. It's actually really nice out here right now. I'm guessing it's probably about 90, maybe 95 degrees, but these days that's just a beautiful evening. So we're gonna let the water continue to run on the pasture for a few more minutes, pulling up a little bit, but you know what? With as hot and dry days as we're getting, it kind of needs it. So got some quail coming in here on this water tank, but we need to go get these starts watered. So we've got one little batch of watering left to do. Lori looks as excited as I am. Okay, so we got the watering down, still a little bit of light. We're turning off the water on the pasture. Got everybody, all the chickens are going to bed. Well, there's actually one more thing that I didn't actually get done that we needed to get done today. We're gonna go ahead and knock that out now. Okay, so I think that's gonna call it for another day here on Edge of Nowhere Farm. Okay, they're long days, but you know what? Every moment of it is worth it. I keep telling myself that. No, it actually really is. You know, in a lot of ways, we really do get a chance to live the dream. It's a lot of hard work and there are a lot of busy days. But you know, to see some of the progress that we're seeing here on the farm, it's really encouraging, and you guys really do the same with us, really encourage us, and really appreciate you guys watching these, commenting, giving us suggestions is always fantastic. So until next time, you guys know, comments, questions, leave them down below. Amazon shop, free painless way to help support the channel. Instagram and Facebook, we don't post on there much, but some different things on there you won't see here. Check out HFL, Headley Farm Living, and I think that's about it for me tonight.